Hey everybody, it is h3llg3ar and it's time for the winter channel update. And instead of giving you just a blank screen, I figured I'd stack some gems while I give you this progress report. So, now that we're getting down into the winter months, things are going to start slowing down. But there is some really good news as far as the channel is concerned. Based on analytics, I'm about, well, I can't say but we're about 200 subs away from being able to stream things. And I know streaming is something that has hit the table a couple of times. But things just seem to fall through on that one, mainly because there aren't enough subscribers to do actual streaming. But getting to that point now, so I figured I'd bring this up in the tables for everybody. Naturally, of course, I want to thank all of you for your continued support on the channel. Greatly appreciated every time you guys come out to watch and like and share, and of course even sub to the channel. You guys really don't know how much that means to me, but it means a lot. So, as you found out throughout the winter, well, not the winter of this one, but throughout the fall months, things got way too crazy. The idea was to get a set schedule for things and implement the schedule, but a lot of craziness happened here. You know, life has been hectic. How hectic? Well, let me put it to you this way. We got a new addition to the family 2 days before Thanksgiving, just to give you an idea of how hectic things have been in the h3ll family. Alright, we had a new addition to the family 2 days before Thanksgiving. He's 7 pounds 4 ounces, happily resting and enjoying his new life with mom. So, again, that just happened. So, oh, Jesus, yeah, I forgot that this game does that when you clear a stage. It does the little void thing. So, photosensitivity warning on that one. That and, oh, Jesus, there's another rough personal thing that happened. I won't discuss that one. That one was, that was not fun. Wasn't fun at all. But still managing to work things around about it. You know me, I'll soldier on to better entertain you guys. That's what I'm here for. The fall got us some really interesting things because, again, I did the whole summer interaction deal where I began to trim a little bit of the fat on this channel. Plus, I got burned out on Mario Kart Tour, which is unfortunate because when you get burned out on Mario Kart Tour, something or other pulls you back into it. I'll talk about the games on the channel momentarily. But we'll just turn that off. Alrighty. I have a better idea on set schedule, and one of the things I was trying to do with this particular set schedule was get a glimpse on how the timing of video posts are going. And I like to keep the posts on an early thing. So, I've been doing this with the whole fat trimming deal, where I gave a specific time, and those times were at 10 a.m. Pacific. So, now that I've gotten a better glimpse of that, I can explain to you how things are going to work moving forward. When things start to finally slow down and normalize, updates will come at 3 particular periods of time in the day. Now mind you, I live in the West, and the West is Pacific time. And unfortunately, the other time zones don't fall back an hour. So in many instances, the thing that has really messed it up is the fact that everybody else is still on regular time, even though it's like, oh, we fell back. The rest of the world doesn't fall back. Only the West falls back an hour. Everybody else is still on their same time period. And contrary to what some might think, that's one hell of an adjustment. It really is. You know, when you used to be 3 hours behind the West Coast or the East Coast, now you're 4 hours behind the East Coast because the East Coast doesn't fall back. Or at least from all the people that I know that live in the East Coast, they don't fall back. So, if I'm hearing things wrong, tell me in the comment section below. I like to be rather on loop and up to date with current and accurate information. That's the way I am. That's the way I've always been. So, the upload times that I've been planning for the daily uploads for stuff on the channel is going to be one of 3 times. Again, these 3 times are on Pacific time, not Eastern time, Pacific time. Alright? And this is when things begin to normalize, and the winter is usually when things begin to normalize. The first of the many uploads that'll happen throughout the week for this channel, if by design, is going to be at 6 a.m. I know that's a bit early for all of you out here in the West alongside myself, but again, this is when you look at the East Coast, they're coming to the end of their morning. And some of them are up at that time. And I found a lot of demographic actually up at 6 a.m. Pacific. Apparently, and this is the big one that I plan on keeping, is the 10 a.m. deal. You know, I like the 10 a.m. one specifically because that is the beginning of the peak for content. You know, most of the content is up around 11:10. And on like other areas of where I live. So that's gonna be that jazz. And a lot of you, my viewers, have been catching a good majority of the stuff at the 10 a.m. slot, which is great. And that's really good information for me, because now that I know exactly when you guys are on when it comes to this sort of thing, I can entertain you better. And that's the big part of things. So, lastly is a time slot of 2 p.m. And these are the 3 time slots that I've been, if you've been paying attention, having content uploaded and ready to go on the channel. I like to keep within these 3 time slots. So if something does go up, it's going to be on one of those 3 time slots usually. Now, in the case of last night where some odd happenings just come up out of the blue, oh, that's a good shot. Like the announcement of the holiday contest for Ninjala, I'll post that. But one of the things I want to try to keep to is making sure that when something like this takes place, and I'm talking about the uploading of things to the channel, I want to keep to those 3 time slots. Now, there may come a time where something comes up late, and that'll happen. I'll either post that on that day or wait until the next day at one of the 3 appropriate time slots. But that's how it's going to be rolling when things start to normalize and all that. Now, as far as the streaming thing is concerned, how many of you would actually attend one of the streams that I would decide to post out? Because again, that's something that'll happen in 200 more subs. So hopefully with you guys' continued support and get 200 more subs, we can start doing some streams, and I can stream some of the content on this channel for all of you. So give me some ideas. I have a particular thing that I do want to do on stream for you guys, but we're gonna have to roll the dice once things start going on. I may play it early. I may just save it for streaming purposes. Also, how long would you guys prefer I did stream? That's something that I should ask all of you, you know. I know streams are usually like hours, so that's going to be something that comes up with the streaming thing. But I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get there. So, that being said, we'll move on to the actual contents of the content. Because we've had some really interesting, my lord, that's one hell of a move. We've had some real interesting things happen on the channel as far as content wise. First and foremost, we had to say goodbye to a lot of stuff. And one of the things that we had to bid farewell to was Super Crush KO. And the funny thing about this is, and this is unfortunate for you guys, saying goodbye to Super Crush KO was kind of a bittersweet thing because it was one episode away from being completed. The game was like being completed. We had reached the point in the Super Crush KO playlist where it was just the last 2 stages. And I'm like, wait, this is it? And I felt so bad about that because it was almost done. And just didn't get to fruition, and things are like that sometimes. You know, sometimes not everything is going to make it to its assigned end. But I digress, because again, you guys like what you want. You tell me what you want. You've already given me the ideas on what to have. Saying goodbye to Horizon Chase Turbo was another one of those things, and I really enjoy Horizon Chase Turbo, but apparently this just wasn't something that was looking too hot on the channel. But I gave it a graceful finish, because that's one of those ongoing games. So there's no more content of that played on the channel. Now let's talk about the stuff that is currently on the channel. And the first elephant in the room, and I need to address this now because it is one of the current things, is Cuphead. Now, as you've already heard, or if you haven't seen through the Cuphead playthroughs, Studio MDHR has just announced that due to the Rona and all other situations, they're pushing the Delicious Last Course back to next year. Another pushback. So, with that being the case, I've decided that I would just do some hard mode of Cuphead for everybody. So, I'm going to be doing some hard mode Cuphead as I wait for the Delicious Last Course. And I'm glad that you guys who have enjoyed the Cuphead content, I'm glad that you guys are still entertained by that. I know it's been a while since I've completed Cuphead, but that's okay. I'll learn about the harder stuff as it comes and goes. The next elephant in the room is Mario Kart Tour. So this is the last day of the Team Mario versus Team Luigi Tour, and I'm currently, last time I checked, I'm currently sitting at the top of the tiers at tier 38, I believe it's 37, 38. I keep bouncing between those two tiers. And they're going to be introducing the second Winter Tour. And the Winter Tour is going to have an all-new track on it. They've already announced this on their Twitter page. I unfortunately will not be back on the track ready to go, so odds are I'm going to miss the Winter Tour. But that's okay. Got to look at the bigger picture now, because there are things that I want to get back in touch with, and once I'm really ready to go and rev up on the hot tracks, we'll be back on the track nonetheless, getting the racing in like always. Hopefully to give you guys a good time. I still have to get one of those 20s, those dub deals, like I had kept to my word, so that's something as well. Third elephant in the room, and this is a big one, and that is Smurfs Village. So here's the thing. From my previous episode of Smurfs Village, as I've stated, when I got my tablet back, the whole save file just said, well, we're just going to take away all of your progress in the other villages except for the main one. And I've been contacting customer support on what I should do about this. They didn't have an actual date on when to fix this issue, and it's been a couple of months and they still haven't. So I left that up to you, my viewing faithful. So here's the thing. Some of you guys want it back. Some of you do not want it back. So, since you, my viewing audience, are a little iffy on the matter, I'm going to do it like I did when I trimmed the fat, and we'll see how it goes. I literally didn't put that in the fat trimming specifically for that issue, which would not have been fair at all. Also said goodbye to Dr. Mario World, which was unfortunate, because I'm actually getting a hang of Dr. Mario World, and ooh, my goodness, ranked is kicking my butt in that. Shuriken Master saying goodbye to that, I felt, you know, that was a bit due, but I can understand that one. Next up, one last thing about Mario Kart Tour. That's going to be one of the varying content uploads on the channel when it does come back. As you guys who play Mario Kart Tour know, each tour is 2 weeks long, and the idea that I have for Mario Kart Tour is each episode play 3 cups. That way I can do it so it's 6 cups for the first week, and then 6 cups for the second week. That's the plan. I want to get at least 6 of the cups in for the first week over the span of at least 4 videos, because sometimes I'll be able to do 3 cups in a vid, sometimes I'll only be able to do 2. Gonna work that out. Alright, next up, Snoopy's Town Tale is something that's been on the rise. Actually, that's gonna be, I'm gonna upload some Snoopy's Town Tale for you guys tomorrow. And I figured out exactly how I'm gonna do this, so I have a good choice on when I'm going to put that up. So stay tuned tomorrow. I know all of you guys at Snoopy Town, you're loving the content for that. There's going to be Snoopy Town upload tomorrow. Thank you for your continued support of Snoopy's Town Tale, by the way. Really appreciate you guys loving the content, even after almost 4 years of me playing that. Speaking of games I've been playing for a long time, let's talk about Merge Dragons for a moment. I did do that update where the patch was coming in, and one of the issues, again, that I had said at that time was dealing with camp. And I know a lot of people can relate because Dragoneers have been busting the helmet of the social media page to no avail about not getting enough space in camp. And some of you are tired of the 3-day events. I get it. You know, I can understand that. Because that stuff gets repetitive after a while. I do plan to get back to Merge Dragons as well. So, I'm not sure whether I'm going to give that back, because when I left for Mondays to go on Wednesdays, simply because it was coming up too quick and too often, you guys did not like that at all. You did not like that at all. So, when Merge Dragons gets back to normalizing, I think I'm going to go back to putting that on the Monday beat, because everybody enjoys their merging Mondays, man. The Dragonic Mondays, those are going to be coming back once things settle in. So that's a good news on, oh my goodness, I messed that up. That was a mess up. I whiffed hard on that one. So yeah, Merge Dragons going to be having its time. Smurf content. Well, the other Smurf content. I haven't been doing any bubble shooter story as of late. Mainly because I want to get more episodes when I'm playing this with you. Every now and again you will see me post that I got a new Smurf, and that's mainly because I've been doing Smurf Edge Journey. And that really doesn't affect the actual progress of the stages. So, since it's not affecting the actual progress of the stages and to keep the game from actually stagnating, I've been playing the little side stuff. Just to keep the whistle wet and keep me on, you know, keep all the gears working. Because I don't want to get too rusty like Cuphead. You guys have been enjoying the Saturday Smurfiness, and that's something I plan to keep for a while. And I do mean for a while. Just like I plan to entertain you for a while, as I've said before. How I'm going to work out the 3 Smurf content pieces on the channel is going to be something that's up in the air. I may not be able to post all 3 in one day, especially since Smurf's Epic Run is not just a Smurf game, but it's also a runner game, which is something that was part of the runner schedule, which, to those of you who are new, I had a day of the week where I would do running and racing content. Speaking of running games, let's talk About Earth Night for a moment. I've got another Earth Night video on deck for you guys. That'll be coming up soon. I plan on playing a little bit more of that. Especially since I'm getting closer and closer to figuring out the real ending of this game, which is a good thing. The development team for Earth Night has also said that there is going to be some more updates coming soon for the game. But again, the Switch updates, because I am playing this on the Switch, have been slow coming, unfortunately. So letting you know I'm still vested in that. I'll probably post that one. I'm trying to think which of the time slots I want to do Earth Night. I haven't figured that out yet. Pump It Up M. Yes. Gotta do some more dancing for you guys. Especially since I'm in a group where we played like dancing games and stuff like that. So, got a few new Daily Streak songs. I would have been working on higher scores, but I don't want to be working on those, get a level without showing it off to you guys. Because showing you guys my level progress when I play off camera is bad enough with Mario Kart Tour, Splatoon 2, and of course Ninjala. Speaking of Ninjala, this is the 3rd season, and I haven't showed off not only what's going on with the 3rd season because they introduced a new stage, but also how I'm working out one of the newer hammers. And I actually do like the newer hammers right now. They aren't as powerful as the current hammers that we started with, but they are pretty decent stuff. And they tweaked something out with the Ninja Gum thanks to the Ninja Pass, which is pretty cool. I'll explain that when we do another Ninjala vid. Alright, I want to take this time to talk about the newest content additions to the channel. That's Kirby Fighters 2, which there will be more of that. Don't you worry. And once I get a hold of my player 2, we can do the story mode, which of course is 2-player story mode. I don't want to go through that alone with a computer player, if possible. The ability setup for Kirby Fighters 2 is kind of rough, and some of the better abilities that I'm used to, those come later on in the deal. So, gonna have to work out the Kirby Fighters 2 for a bit. Now, let's talk about the most recent thing that hit the scene, Super Fighter M. I'm rather enjoying that game, and I'm glad you guys have been enjoying that first little episode. So, I plan on posting a next episode of that soon, but it's going to be in the 2 o'clock slot. So, expect some Super Mario. Well, I guess it would be Mario, but it's called Super Fighter M. Expect some Super Fighter M coming onto the channel in the 2 o'clock slot. When I first aired it, it hit the 2 o'clock slot and you guys loved it. So, that'll be a 2 o'clock slot thing. Skychamp. Still working some things out in Skychamp. Want to get into that with you guys as well. Got some more of that coming up soon too. So, be on the lookout for that. Splatoon 2 is going to be kind of a slow thing because, again, they haven't announced Frosty Fest yet, and that New Year Splatfest with the mushroom and the star is going to be sometime in January, and that might just be it for Splatoon as a series. Time will tell. Already discussed Ninjala, Cuphead. What am I missing? Oh, that's right, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. As you've seen lately, I've been doing a lot more Duel Monsters content, which is good. Duel Monsters content is sporadic anyway. Usually I'll put up a deck profile, some pack openings and unboxing, that sort of thing, when I get to it. And that's going to be something that won't change. And so that particular series is going to be as it comes. Just like when I reviewed movies. And I do have to post up a movie review soon anyway. Even though I'm a bit late on the draw with that one. I owe you guys a movie review of a particular movie I said I was going to review. And I'll be able to give that to you guys. Long overdue. And I apologize for that. I'll figure out how each of these series are going to be on what time slots, but you guys already know your Snoopy's Town Tale. Other than what's going to be hitting you guys tomorrow, that's going to be a Tuesday beat because you guys love Town Tale Tuesdays, and I do as well. Merchandise unfortunately fell through. I'm still working on getting some swag for you guys on the channel. Haven't given up on that yet. It's still in the works. I just got to work a little bit harder. If you guys have any other questions, all you have to do is let me know. Ask them in the comment section below. You guys can comment on content. Don't be afraid. And I say this because commenting doesn't really happen much. And commenting on content is one of the ways I can help better entertain you guys. So please speak up. Don't be afraid to tell me about content. That's all the time I have for now. More is on the way. So, Have your questions in the comment section below. But for now, I take my goose from the oven because I'm done. Bye-bye, everybody, and see you soon.